Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Mike.
And I'm Hanny.
And here we are, Hanny, on part 1 of our Stories and Fables unit for this month.
The story that we will be reading over the next 3 days is called The Shadow, and it's all about finding hope during dark and difficult times.
Oh, wow. I feel like this is a great time to be reading a story like this. The world in general does seem to be going through some pretty tough times right now.
Yeah.
People are having trouble. There are the usual political troubles that we see in different parts of the world at different times. And of course, 2020 has also been all about the COVID-19 coronavirus that has been causing so much stress and fear and sadness in almost every part of the world. We got troubles.
Very true and very sad.
Yeah.
With people worried about their health and the health of their loved ones, along with lots of worry about money and jobs, because so many people haven't been able to work due to the shutdowns to protect our health. 2020这一年对大家来说并不好过。这个 COVID-19 coronavirus 新型冠状病毒它造成生活各层面的影响。那为了防止疫情扩散，政府宣布 shut down 封城，那很多行业停摆，大多数的人都成了受害者。Well, 2020 hasn't been the most cheerful, fun year, hasn't it?
No, it definitely has not. And even though we here in Taiwan have been saved from a lot of the worst effects of COVID-19, we're quite lucky, we all still have our worries, stresses, and fears that can sometimes make it hard for us to see the good, happy, and positive side of life. So, that's where our story will, hopefully, help us all. It's simply a story of hope. And we all, and the whole world, can use a bit of hope no matter what is going on.
But before we begin reading today's first part of the story, we do need to check out all of our new vocabulary. So let's go and do that now. 好，在今天的故事里面，有一个小男孩坐在地上，他看着自己面前的影子，一直哭。那么单字 ground 就是地面、地板，它是个名词。例如 I found a coin on the ground. I found a coin on the ground. 我在地板上找到一枚硬币。好，那接着天使就问这个小男孩为什么在哭呢？小男孩回答说，这个世界很黑暗，为什么一定要活在这么黑暗的世界呢？那天使没办法相信自己耳朵所听到的，他对小男孩说，这世界并不黑暗，有鸟儿在唱歌，有其他孩子们也都在玩耍啊。那这边有3个单字 dark 在课文里面是当形容词，形容黑暗的，或者是形容阴暗的。例如 She wrote the song during a very dark time in her life. She wrote the song during a very dark time in her life. 那首歌是她在人生当中非常黑暗的时期所写的。下一个单字 believe 它表示相信，是一个动词。例如 Do you believe that there's life on other planets? Do you believe that there's life on other planets? 你相信其他行星有生命存在吗？最后一个单字 child 是指小孩、儿童，那它是个名词，它的复数是在后面加上 ren 变成 children。例如 The children had a good time flying kites in the park.The children had a good time flying kites in the park. 孩子们在公园里面放风筝，玩得很开心。好，那么现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。One morning, an angel saw a sad little boy. He sat on the ground, and his shadow was in front of him. He looked at it, and he cried and cried. The angel went to him and asked, Why are you crying, little one? The boy said, "The world is so dark. There's nothing beautiful here. Why must I stay in this dark world?" Explanation 1.
All right, as we told you guys right at the top of our program, the title of our story this month is The Shadow.
Ooh.
The Shadow. It kind of sounds like the name of a superhero story, doesn't it? The Shadow.
Well,
dun, dun, dun.
actually, I think it is a superhero story from a long time ago. They might have even made a movie with the same title. But in our story, there aren't any superheroes, but there is a little boy.
Okay, and there's also an angel, kind of like a superhero from heaven, if you will. And today's part of our story begins with her, the angel.
That's right. 好，这次要读的故事叫做 The Shadow 影子。那故事里面有2位主角，分别是天使和一位小男孩。那补充一下 ，shadow 这个字可以指影子或是阴影。那么 angel 就是天使。刚刚 Mike 老师说，天使有点像是天堂来的超级英雄 ，superhero 就是超级英雄。
Kind of. Okay, so the first sentence tells us, one morning, an angel saw a sad little boy. Aww, already I'm feeling sad too. I wonder what's going on with this boy and why he feels so sad.
Me too. Okay, let's read on to find out. Next, we find out a bit more about this boy. It says, he sat on the ground and his shadow was in front of him. And here's the shadow from the title. And yes, it's just a shadow, a dark area where there is no light. No superhero here.
No superhero. But I guess not, but there is actually a superhero nearby. A superhero of grammar.
Whoa.
And yes, I'm talking about Daphne. She has come to save us all from being confused by new grammar in today's first grammar point. Take it away, Daphne.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 in front of 加名词，意思是在点点点前面。in 是地方介系词，意思是位于。front 是名词，意思是前面、正面。in front of 加名词，字面意思就是位于点点点的前方。例如 The queen has a garden in front of her castle. 王后的城堡前方有一座花园。
Okay, so we have a sad little boy who is sitting on the ground looking at his shadow. An angel is nearby, and we hope that she can help the little boy out. But first we need to know a little bit more about why the boy feels so sad. So let's read on. The next sentence tells more about the boy and his shadow. It says, he looked at it and he cried and cried. Oh, my heart is breaking. Why is he so sad? I think I might cry too.
No, Mike, there is no crying allowed. And if you start, I might not be able to stop too. Wait, Daphne is here. She will make us feel better by telling us about the second grammar point of the day. Be strong, and we will keep reading just as soon as we get back.
Okay, I'll try to be strong for Daphne.
And for us.
And grammar.
第二则文法是 he cried and cried， 意思是他一直哭一直哭。句型动词 and 动词用对等连接词 and 又来连接两个重复的动词， 用来强调一直不停地做某事。注意动词的时态一致。例如 The bagger ran and ran and ran back to home plate. 打者跑呀跑，跑回本垒。
Okay, we're back, and I don't think I can take much more of this. We have a sad boy sitting on the ground all by himself, and he's just crying and crying. What's going on? Why is he so sad?
Well, we really don't know yet, do we?
No.
But there is also an angel nearby, and hopefully she is going to help us by finding out what's wrong with the boy, and then maybe she will also be able to help him.
Oh, I hope so. I really do.
Okay, let's read on. The next sentence says, The angel went to him and asked, Why are you crying, little one? Yeah, why?
Yeah, why? And so the little boy tells her. The boy said, The world is so dark. There's nothing beautiful here. Oh, that's really sad. He seems so hopeless.
Right, I think that's exactly how he feels. 故事里面小男孩觉得这世界好黑暗，完全没有任何美丽的事物，他看来很绝望。那这边补充一下跟希望 hope 有关的单字 hopeless。Hopeless 就是不抱希望的、无望、绝望的。那么 hopeful 则是表达说给人希望、抱有希望的。它的副词是 hopefully 就是但愿或是满怀希望的。Okay, as we reach our break, the little boy asks the angel a question. A very sad question. He says, Why must I stay in this dark world? Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. It sounds like he's really given up, doesn't it? He's so hopeless.
Sure does.
Okay, well, before we both start crying again, let's pause here so that we can go and get some tissues before the second part of today's story. You guys better go too. We'll be right back.
Yeah. The angel couldn't believe her ears. She said, The world isn't dark. The birds are singing and other children are playing. Don't you hear them? Explanation 2.
Okay, well, we're back. I'm not sure I can get to the end of today's story. It's so sad.
Oh, but you must, Mike. You have to.
You mean we have to?
Yes.
We have to for the sad little boy because he needs to find some hope somewhere in this crazy, mixed up, hopeless world.
Well, yes, that. But also because we can't go home today until we finish the story. It's kind of our job to finish the story.
Oh, yes, I see. You're right. We must be strong for the little boy. So, what does the angel think? What does she want to do to help this sad little child? Well, the next sentence says, the angel couldn't believe her ears. She was so surprised. She had never found a child like this, a child without any hope.
And so she said, The world isn't dark. The birds are singing and other children are playing.
And then she asks him, Don't you hear them? Oh, wow. She is trying to bring hope to this sad boy. And I guess to find out if she can, we'll all just have to meet back here tomorrow for the second part of our story about the shadow. Yeah, we hope to see you all then. Take care, be well, please be as happy as you can, and bye-bye.
Feel better now?
No.
The shadow. One morning, an angel saw a sad little boy. He sat on the ground and and his shadow was in front of him. He looked at it, and he cried and cried. The angel went to him and asked, "Why are you crying, little one?" The boy said, "The world is so dark. There's nothing beautiful here. Why must I stay in this dark world?" The angel couldn't believe her ears. She said, "The world isn't dark. The birds are singing, and other children are playing. Don't you hear them?"
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天我们来学表示让步关系的连接词 though 与 although。though 和 although 都是连接词，表示虽然，它们是用来连接两个意思冲突的句子，可以摆在句首或是句中。例如 ，Though it was raining, Jane still went hiking。或者是 Jane still went hiking, although it was raining。虽然下雨，但是 Jane 仍然去健行。好，这边要提醒同学们两个重点。首先，在中文里面，我们虽然会说虽然怎么样，但是怎么样，可是在英文里 though 和 although 是不能跟 but 一起连用的。一个句子里面只能用一个连接词来连接两个子句。要记得 though、although、but 都可以用来表示虽然怎么样，但是怎么样。而在使用的时候，就只能选一个来用。例如 Although the trip was tiring, we'd had a good time. 或是 Though the trip was tiring, we had a good time. 虽然旅途令人疲惫，但是我们玩得很开心。那这个句子就相当于 The trip was tiring, but we had a good time. 好，第二个要注意的重点是 Though 当连接词表示虽然，可以跟 although 来通用，不过 though 这个字还可以当副词来用，表示然而，那这时候就不能用 although 来代替咯。好 though 这个当副词的用法呢，常见用法是摆在句尾，用逗号把它跟句子隔开。例如 Our soccer team lost. It was a good game though. 虽然我们的足球队输了，然而那是场很棒的比赛。好，最后我们来比较 although 和 because 这两个连接词的用法。Although 是用来表达意料之外或是相反的结果，像是 Although it is cold, Ryan isn't wearing a jacket. 虽然天气很冷，但是 Ryan 没有穿外套。那至于 because 是用来表达理所当然预期得到的结果，像是 Because it is cold, Ryan is wearing a jacket. 因为天气很冷，所以 Ryan 有穿外套。好，我们再看个例句。虽然他生病了，但他还是去上班。那这时候要用 although 来呈现出乎意料的结果。Although she was feeling sick, she went to work. 好，那如果句子改成因为他生病了，所以没有去上班，这时候要用 because 来呈现料想得到的结果。Because she was feeling sick, she didn't go to work. 好，以上是今天的讲解，我们下次见咯。See you next time. Bye.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里面，我们要复习4个单字，还会造4个例句。同学们，您都准备好没？1分钟计时，开始。第一个单字呢是指地板、地面、地上，这个名词叫做 ground。There's a pile of yellow leaves on the ground. 地上有一堆枯黄的叶子。第二单字呢，它可以当形容词来形容黑暗的、暗的、阴暗的，叫做 dark。Justin met his future wife during a very dark time in his life. Justin 在人生非常黑暗的一段时光遇见了他未来的老婆。好，第三个单字是动词，表达相信，它叫做 believe。Believe. The police didn't believe the man's story. 警方不相信那名男子所说的话，觉得那是他编造出来的故事。好，第四个单字是小孩、儿童 ，C 开头的知道吗？叫做 child。注意它的复数不是 childs， 而是 children， 在 child 后面加 R-E-M 变 children。Some children hate vegetables. 有些小朋友讨厌蔬菜，叫他们吃青菜像要了他们命一样。好了，不管怎么样，我们在1分钟之内已经复习完4个单字喽。同学们表现很棒诶，那我们下次见喽，拜拜。
See you next time.